Oh wow. Well, that's the best
Who's the
applause I've had.
who, who's this dude?
That's the best applause I've had for a long time, Andrew. A long time.
Oh, good to see
Yeah,
you. Good.
good,
What's
good
been
to see
happening,
you, mate.
bro?
Plenty. In Florence, in Italy, at the moment, and yeah, it's been wonderful. This life-changing adventures. Let's put it that way. Life-changing. It's been
Well, I got to tell you,
very.
bro, the snips that I've seen on your social media accounts, boy, yeah,
Yeah.
people are envious. I am sure.
Ah, look. I wish I had done this sort of stuff a lot earlier in my life, but it's good to be doing it now. I can enjoy it. It's wonderful, and you learn so much, and you appreciate certain things more when you go to other countries as well about your own life and everything. It's just life changing. It's really educational. It's fantastic. Um, I can't really sort of describe it, Andrew, in words what it's like, but your mind's blown constantly. You're just seeing different cultures. You're seeing a different country. It's the architecture's different. Everything's different. It's amazing, you know.
Well, I appreciate the fact, bro, that you're going to jump on and spend a little bit of time with us and our friends here on our part of the social media world. And
Mm,
obviously, we're going to be we'll be doing some shout outs soon.
mm,
But again, if you're watching on replay, I'll attach during the course of this show Brad's Instagram account for you to go and check out, Brad.
yeah,
Because how many weeks have you got, bro? You still got a few weeks, haven't you?
yeah. I think it's another 3 and a bit weeks from what I can remember. Yeah,
Yeah.
about 3.5 weeks or something like that. Yeah. So,
Okay. Yeah,
but
and we'll invite people to follow you and
yeah,
keep up with what you guys are doing. I do
yeah,
appreciate you, bro, taking time out to come and let us go through some of the videos and pics that you've taken, and we'll do that
yeah,
soon.
yeah,
But we do look when you get back,
yeah.
obviously, and you've unpacked and you've thought things out. We'll do another show.
Yeah.
You
100%.
and I and the
Oh,
Rock Professor, and we'll just spend some time, and you just can go through and share with us again all the insights you picked up, bro.
yeah. Well, it's obviously looking backwards as well, looking at the pictures and everything, you start remembering everything as well and more detail because you're seeing it in a picture and that. But you remember, like it's like a blur at the moment because there's so much to absorb. It's like, oh wow, what happened yesterday again? Like, yeah, when you look at the videos and pictures, it's kind of it gives you an insight again. That's wonderful. Yeah,
Fantastic, and I'm glad. I'm glad. Because everybody in our community obviously takes delight in being part of the good
mm,
things that people are going through. So the fact that
yeah,
you're sharing this with people,
no,
it's always appreciated, and I'm sure people are going to get a lot of entertainment when they see some of the pics, bro. Because when I was uploading them, there's some good pics there, bro.
yeah. I know. Look, to be honest with you, I wanted to share especially the musical history sort of ones. I wanted to share a lot of that with our viewers. You know what I mean? And obviously, while it's still fresh in my mind, I thought we might as well do it. Like I said, I would have done it a couple of weeks ago, but just the time difference, Andrew, it makes it a lot difficult when you've got tours booked in the morning and then in the afternoon it's way late for you. So it just makes it a little bit too difficult.
I appreciate it. And what I'm going to do while we're talking, if you just give me 2 seconds, invite guest, copy. I'll
Hmm.
flick, I'll flick one to the Rock Professor and see if he wants to jump on.
Yeah.
So, the first question I want to ask you, you and
Mm.
I have shared a couple of messages about it, but what was Clapton like? What was it like going to because it was this time last year, you and I and the Rock
Mm.
Professor were going through doing the 24 Nights episodes. Remember, we did about 6 of those shows, bang
Yes.
on this month. So, what was it
Yeah.
like going to Albert Hall and seeing God?
Well, you know, it's like something that I've been wanting to do for nearly 30 odd years, Andrew. Since the 24 Nights or the Four Faces of Eric Clapton then was on MTV. and then 24 Nights came out, and I was like, I've got to see Clapton at Royal Albert Hall. So 30-something years later, I finally got to tick that one off my bucket list, and it was mind-blowing. The Royal Albert Hall itself is mind-blowing. Just walking in there, the history, it's phenomenal. The sound in there is so good. It's not loud. It doesn't have to be loud. It's just got clarity. It's amazing. It's fantastic.
Wow.
Yeah, I feel very grateful that I got to see Eric Clapton there, because I probably would have tried to go and see a band there while I was in London anyway. But
Okay.
I'm just so glad it was Eric Clapton. It just worked out. I remember when, because we had these tickets booked for a long time, and then I remember Clapton announced he was doing some London shows, and I was like, oh, hang on, let me check if this is going to work out. And it's like it was, he booked that tour specifically to suit my tour, because yeah, thanks Eric if you're watching this later. But yeah, it was phenomenal, and we got we got to go sit in a box. We bought a box ticket, and we just sat there and drank some wine and enjoyed the whole experience. Yeah, I filmed a little bit of it, which when I get back, I'll throw it up on my YouTube channel or whatever, or give it to you or whatever. But it's a bit hard to do it from remotely like this at the moment. But yeah, I've got some snippets and highlights and stuff like that, which I'll throw up on YouTube.
No, I appreciate it, bro. And there's your YouTube channel there if folks are watching and they want to keep up with what Brad's doing on YouTube. So Jim and I and the Rock Professor, we did a show, and Jim saw Clapton the
night before, I think.
Yeah, the night before, yeah. And I've got to tell you, I went and saw 2 videos of the gig that you went to that people put up on YouTube. Over a 2-day period, I watched a couple of them. And you're right, mate. Tight band, sounded good.
His voice sounded phenomenal. The last few years, I've noticed he's backed off a little bit vocally, and obviously old age creeps in, and that's understandable. You know what I mean? But I was blown away mainly by his vocal. I was like, wow, he's still got such a phenomenal, like, full-bodied timbered vocal, and he's certainly not resting. He's still going. So God bless him. And it was a mind-blowing experience, Andrew, just to go there and see Eric Clapton at Royal Albert Hall. I got goosebumps walking in there. You know what I mean? It was phenomenal.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good on you, bro. Good on you. Yeah. And we'll flick through some pics. And again, folks, Brad will have some of that footage if you're interested on his channel, and we'll keep you posted. But you know, there's some other famous places that you went to. So how about I shut up and I throw some pics up and get you talking, eh?
Start showing some stuff, and I'll just explain where I went. And yeah, it was great. Yeah, fantastic.
All right, let's tee this up. It worked in the green room, folks. So hopefully it's going to work live.
It works.
It works?
It works. There you go.
All right. Okie dokie. So just give me 2 seconds, because I need to. Some of these pics, bro, I am going to magnify for people.
Yeah.
So I'll just get this screen down. I'm going to have to get another screen, bro. I'm just going to have to I'm going to have to update my studio, bro. Gee.
Come on, mate. Gotta update it, all right.
I'm trying to do all this on one bloody screen.
Oh, mate, you're an expert at this by now. You're an old hat at this.
Okay, so this is an important place that you.
Yeah, we went to Paris, went to France, and went to cemetery where Jim Morrison is buried, and that was amazing experience. It was really good to pay respects, to someone whom obviously I've admired for a long time, and obviously I used to perform a lot of his stuff in a Doors tribute band, so it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to go there. it's a pretty sad looking, grave site, but poor guy, just got dumped there and off he goes. But so that's Strawberry Fields. We did a magical mystery tour, and so we went to the actual Strawberry Field place and stood outside the gate, went inside for a little bit, and I highly recommend if anyone ever goes to Liverpool, there's a magical mystery tour bus that you jump on, and it takes you around to all the pivotal, landmark sites, which are very important for Beatles fans. So it was fantastic.
Okay. Did you leave your mark there on the wall, bro?
Mate, I didn't write my name on there. I felt like it was doing the wrong thing. To be honest with you, I didn't have a pen either. I didn't have a texter either.
Yeah. You and I are old school, mate. We used to get a kick up the ass if you got caught writing on walls, didn't you?
Yeah, mate. I used to write lines, 1,000 lines. Do not write on the walls. Do not graffiti, like Bart Simpson.
We've got your mum in the chat, bro. We've got Ellen here.
Hey, Mum.
Good to see you. John ZD351, our brother, is here. And also we had Charlie S up here. And Eric, also known as Derek Clacton's in the chat as well, bro. So got a few people watching.
Excellent. Good to see you all. Great to see you all. Hopefully you can get to, go through some of these pics with us. That's so inside the cabin.
Sorry, bro. I just will interrupt you once. They're in no water, so I'm sorry.
That's all right. We'll just flick through them, mate. No problemo. Yeah, that's the Cavern Club. There's just like a plaque in there, and I thought that was pretty cool. Obviously, part of the Magical Mystery Tour we went on, they take you to the cavern, which was really, really mind-blowing, actually. It was really cool. For a Beatles fan, it's phenomenal,
Wow.
For someone who's not a Beatles fan, you probably go, what am I coming to this place for? But yeah. But the old Strawberry Fields gate. It's pretty, you can't help but sing the songs when you're there in your head. It's funny. and in the Magical Mystery Tour bus, they play the songs. So say, for example, you're heading to Strawberry Fields and they start playing the song. So it psychs you up a bit, gets the goosebumps going a bit.
Wow. Oh, here's a cool one. I like this shot. This was a good one.
Yeah, so that's inside the cabin on the stairwell, just walking down the stairs there. So you go down a few flights, actually. I can't remember how many it is, at least 3, I think. And I just got Jackie, my partner, to take that photo. Just sitting, I had to get the iconic crouching over in front of the cabin. Why not?
Good eye, bro. Good eye.
Yeah.
That's this is the first video.
Yeah, that's the inside Royal Albert Hall before Clapton played. I think is it? I think. Yeah, Yeah. I'm not sure I sent you anything with music. I'm not sure, but I didn't want you to get flagged either. So that that should be all right. That one.
Isn't that huge?
Oh, mate. No, it's such a phenomenal sounding place. It's obviously acoustically perfected over the years. So it's, the band sounded so good. Oh, Royal Albert Hall, geez.
Over 100 years, eh?
Yeah. I kept singing, now I know how many holes it takes to fill the Albert Hall.
I don't think we got any building over 100 years in New Zealand, bro.
Well, Australia's only a couple of 100 years old, mate. So really, when you go to countries like London and you see the history there, it makes you realise how little history I've got in Australia compared to,
Yeah.
So, Now that's Mr. James Patrick Page invited me in for a cup of tea.
Oh.
Jimmy, that's his castle. That's the old Aleister Crowley castle. And Yeah, he was home. He was actually home when we went past it, so he had windows open. So
Oh, does he
yeah.
still live there?
Yes.
Oh,
Hmm. He still lives there with his what's his 30-year-old girlfriend he's got. So,
yeah. Okay.
yeah, let's leave it there.
Yeah, we won't go. Won't go. Yeah, it's a family
That's
show.
outside Paul McCartney's house, old house where he grew up in Liverpool.
Oh,
Yeah, and I think it's still owned by the family. Like Paul McCartney still owns it. Yeah.
oh
So
wow.
I walked down the street and I did a video filming it walking down the street to the sign as well. And I was just thinking, I wonder how many times Paul McCartney walked this, heading to a bus to catch up with John Lennon.
Oh,
The one thing that I
oh.
noticed between each member of the Beatles' homes that where they grew up, they weren't very close to each other, Andrew. So they would have had to catch one or two buses to catch up with each other.
Oh, really?
Mm. So that's what I thought. I thought, these kids would have been catching buses back and forth because,
Oh,
Harrison was like 15, wasn't he? 16 when he hooked
yep.
up with when he hooked up with Paul and John.
Oh, okay, so they weren't just down the road, or
No, they're not.
street
They're not
over.
just. They're not just a hop, skip, and a jump away from each other. They were a fair distance. Mm, yeah,
Oh, okay, thank you for clarifying that. I often thought that. Oh my gosh, I know
yeah.
where this
Well,
is.
that's outside the famous Abbey Road studio, and obviously I had to wear the right attire, the hat, so I could get the crosswalk photo. I had to do that. My girlfriend nearly died 3 times getting run over by a car trying to get a decent photo for me because I kept going, no, you got to take another one. She's like, that's it. I'm going to take another one.
Oh, good on you,
Yeah,
and good on her for persevering.
yeah, she's a soldier. That's obviously at Jim's grave again, that one. They they have it fenced off, Andrew, and
Oh,
you're not allowed to get, because I think over the years, they've had to change his headstone once, I believe, because the vandals, people used to vandalise all the headstone, take parts of it for themselves, piece of history and stuff like that, and the surrounding graves around it were getting vandaled. So I think they fenced it off, but I thought to myself, I'm going to jump the fence and do it. I know Jim would have done that anyway, so why not?
well, well done. I'm glad you did, bro.
Yeah,
Got another
I'm,
video here.
I think this is John Lennon's Aunt Mimi's house.
All
I
right.
think it is. Yeah, it was raining at this point, so it was pretty hard to get out.
In 1965, John came back to his family after fighting his way through the crowd of people gathered outside. He found Mimi sitting in the kitchen crying. When he asked her what the problem was, she said, I can't put up with these crowds anymore. I want my peace and tranquility back. John said, don't worry, I'll take you on holiday. He took her to a place called Poole in Dorset. As they got to the cottage in this day, John drew Mimi inside.
That's Mangroves. Was it
Yeah.
Mangroves?
I think it is. Yeah. But it's not very close to Paul's place. Like, it's not like they could just get on a skateboard and head there. So they were predominantly always catching 2 or 3 buses towards each other, I think.
Fantastic.
Yeah. That's the shot, mate. That's the one I went all the way to London for.
That's the one that made you happy out of the half a dozen ones. That's the one. That's
Yeah,
the
that's the
money shot,
one.
was it?
Yeah, that's the one, mate. That's the one. And I nearly got run over by a motorbike trying to get it done too because he was pissed off. He just went wham, and I swear I pulled my ankle
Really?
in. Yeah, he just went straight through it. He just got fed up. I mean, I guess the locals in that area probably do get annoyed about it, but so be it.
Oh,
That's the money shot there, Andrew.
it's a tourist town, bro. Get used to
Yeah,
it.
that's right. Yeah, that's the money shot. That's outside the famous Royal Albert Hall. that was the day after, I think, we went to see Clapton. Part of this rock and roll tour we went on, they took us around, showed us a lot of places, and obviously they take you to Royal Albert Hall. So I thought, why not get a few little snippets outside of it as well? Because it was raining the night that we got there for Eric Clapton, and then the next day, I think this was the next day, the weather turned on really good, so it was great.
Brilliant.
That's a great photo. That I love that one.
Where's this, bro?
That's inside the foyer of Jim Morrison's last residence, where he passed away, basically.
Oh, okay.
That's inside the foyer of the thing. That someone ordered Uber Eats, and they opened the door, so I just let myself in. Yeah.
Australians, yeah. Jumping fences and
Oh,
walking into foyers.
That's what I thought, mate. You know, but in true Jim Morrison, style, I thought, why not just do it? But,
Good on you.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
that's a good
outside
one too.
3 Savile Row, the building, the old Apple building. If anyone's familiar, I'm sure they are on our channel. The old Let It Be and Get Back sessions.
Yeah.
And the roof.
Yeah.
That's the stairwell leading up to that door, mate. That's the money shot.
Oh.
Yeah.
It
And they
hasn't
got
changed,
plugs.
has it?
Not really. I mean, I think they might have painted it a little bit or whatever, but that's it, mate. That's the old Apple building. It's great in London because they've got plaques on everything. Like they've got these blue plaques.
Yeah.
And they put them on historical places. So I think it's so cool that they do that. You know what I mean? It's great.
Folks.
This is in Liverpool. Again, I'm trying to remember what this is. This is inside the Hard Day's Night Hotel. So where they shot Hard Day's Night, so there's a few inside that little glass cabinet. There's a few things that they left behind, the Beatles. So they kept them and put them in that glass cabinet, as well as some other memorabilia stuff. That's outside the famous Ziggy Stardust and Spiders from Mars album cover shoot. That's where the album cover was taken, outside of that doorwell. So I had no idea where that was, and the rock and roll tour just walked past and he goes, oh, and that's where Ziggy Stardust album cover's done. I'm like, what? So I said, Jackie, quick, get the camera, I've got to get a photo.
Wow.
That was unreal.
Oh, this is cool.
That's in Liverpool. That's just like obviously a statue there of John, and I thought it'd be cool Jackie thought it'd be cool just to lean against it, so I thought I'd try and mimic the pose the opposite way. There's a real when you go to these places, they're obviously they know the history and they try to soak that up a little bit as well. So Liverpool, wherever you go, especially where the cavern was and all that, yeah, it's pretty cool. I think that's just a video, Andrew, of John Lennon's Aunt Mimi's home where he lived.
Just me for 18 years.
Drive off.
And it cost me £20,000. That's where that comes from.
Yeah, so they're doing a bit of repairing and stuff there at the moment, probably historically getting it correct. Yes, the old money shot, Penny Lane.
Wow.
That I don't need to really tell you what that is.
Wow.
That's the street sign, mate. The famous street sign, Penny Lane. I'm sure they've replaced that numerous times.
Yeah. Those Australians living in London, mate.
And that's it. We'll just not nick them. While I was at Jim's grave, it was a big thing for my son because my son obviously loves doors.
Elvis.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he really wanted me to FaceTime him when I was there. So I teed it up with him, and he's ringing me are you there yet, Dad? I'm like, no, we're still on the train. I go, I'll ring you. And then he rings me again, Dad, are you there yet? I go, no, I'm not. And then we were trying to find Jim's grave, walk around the cemetery. And he rings me again. And I go, I'll just keep you on the line. And yeah, so that's Elvis on FaceTime there. Just
And that's the fence you jumped, is it?
Yeah, there's a fence all the way around, and just got in. But it was really beautiful. Elvis, said a little, he had a nice little thing he wanted to say to Jim. Pay his respects, which was really cool. It was good to hear Elvis, say some of the things he said was really cool. Okay, this is
the video, folks.
This, yeah. I think everybody knows what this is.
Restoration is restoration of the trust. It's global, but not just with a sort of industrial approach with.
Wow.
I mean, how is my timing, Andrew? I go to look at 3 Savile Row and they've got a car show on out the front.
Wow.
And just by chance, and there's a replica Rolls Royce out there done up like John Lennon's outside. And I thought, this is like meant to be. Yeah. It was like they did it for me because they knew I was coming.
Far out.
So the guy who owned that let us in. He let us sit inside the Rolls as well. So we sat in the back, like John would have. We sat in the back of it. Cool.
Yeah, because he was apparently a bad driver.
Short-sighted, wasn't he?
Yeah, something like that. Play this one, bro.
Yeah. This one's walking up to the building where Jimi Hendrix resided in London. I think it's I've forgotten the address of it now. I should remember it, shouldn't I? But yeah, that was walking up to the building there. I was like, that was on our first day, I think, in London. I was buzzing. I was like, can't believe I'm going to see Jimi Hendrix's apartment, when he lived in London. And it was phenomenal. Yeah, just a real walking in the building. It's called, this is, play this one, Andrew. What's this one? Yeah. That's George Harrison's house down the street there. And got some photos outside. It's really weird too, Andrew, because a day or two after we went there, Olivia Harrison went there and unveiled the plaque at the front.
That's right. Yes.
So in my photos here, I'm not sure if it's this one or the other one, but you can see the plaque covered. So the plaque was already there. But that's standing outside George Harrison's front door where he grew up.
Yeah, I remember reading that on social media. It was a couple of weeks ago. It wasn't that long ago where they unveiled it. Yeah.
So that's it. That's George Harrison's childhood home where he grew up.
Can't believe they took this long to do it.
I think they're, obviously because, time is ticking on and they're getting, they're getting everything organised, I think, probably. As sad as it sounds.
Yep.
This is inside Jimi Hendrix's apartment.
Like the chair?
Yeah.
The chair was, or?
No, so the chair is a replica, but the mirror on the mantelpiece is the one thing that we do know to be his.
You've got a great job.
I know.
Yeah. That's inside his apartment. Obviously, there's a lot of replica stuff there, but that's exactly how he had it laid out, Andrew. And I think that the mirror that's in the room there was Hendrix's old mirror. And I was looking into it, thinking, and then in my head I started singing, I used to live in a room full of mirrors. It's just, I don't know.
yeah.
Yeah, that obviously that's the famous Abbey Road. Abbey Road. Had to get the. There's a couple of other little. I mean, there's a couple of other shots that I like there, Andrew. But I think the first one you showed was the muddy one. I'm not sure what this is. I can't remember. Okay, this is the street where Jim Morrison resided last in Paris. We're walking towards it. So I got the street sign in the camera, and I took the video just because it gives you a vibe on what, you know, Jim Morrison, why he loved that area so much, and you know, why he decided to live there. You know, that's just, you know, Liverpool station where we rocked up on by train. You know, the train system in London is just phenomenal. In the UK, it's phenomenal. But yeah, London,
Wow.
Liverpool. That's inside the Liverpool there. Look, I don't know whether that's genuine or not, but it's a cool little, you know, one day when I've got my own home studio set up properly and that, and I've got plenty of room, I want a glass cabinet with those in it. That's inside the cabin. That's inside the cabin.
Wow.
Yeah. That's inside. I just took that. That's inside the Hard Day's Night Hotel. So in Liverpool there, near the cabin actually, is where they recorded in the hotel scenes, you know, for A Hard Day's Night, the movie. And we went
And
inside there, and they
famous
got
G7 suspended cord.
yes, exactly. So yeah, that was pretty cool. Liverpool is I really enjoyed Liverpool. I thought it was a great place. I thought it was great. There's a lot of history there, you know, and you know that they, you know, during the war the place got bombed a lot and whatnot. So there's a lot of history there. This is the university where Queen played their first gig, I believe,
Oh,
and
yeah.
and then Deep Purple, also, mate, all the big supergroups played at this university here. It was I just thought that, you know, that was pretty iconic. The whole building. That's the back album cover, telephone box that David Bowie's in on Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars album. Yeah, the rise and fall of
And
Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars. So that's the actual telephone booth. That in London, that they're all owned by the Queen, those telephone booths. So they can't pull them out, Andrew, even though most of them aren't in use anymore.
yeah,
But they're not allowed to pull them out, which is great.
good,
I think that it gives a bit of culture and a bit of history there, which is great.
good.
Yeah.
And if anyone's interested, if they want to go and have a look at our back catalogue, the Rock Professor, Brad, and I have ranked that album.
Yeah. Fantastic. Just a shot of you know, over the fence of Jim's gravesite resting place. It's very quiet, peaceful cemetery. It's a beautiful cemetery actually, and obviously we went and saw a few other famous people that were buried there as well. But it's a massive cemetery, Andrew. It's massive, and
Wow.
I've never seen anything like it. It's just been it's compared to the majority of the grave sites there. That's a pretty, you know, a pretty sad looking grave, unfortunately. Okay, so that is Paul McCartney's street where he grew up. That's where his house was. That last photo where you
Rotherham
saw me
Road.
standing.
Yep.
Yeah. So I just thought that was like an iconic photo. I had to get that one.
And see how that's ram-setted on the wall. That's something too.
Oh yeah, and I'm sure they've probably lost it many times too. You know, it's they do a wonderful job actually of restoring and keeping their history. That's just another photo of the 3 Savile Row, Andrew. I had a couple that I liked and just thought, yeah, okay, that's an iconic one. Standing outside the cavern. I had to get the shot like that, Andrew. It was mandatory.
Yeah.
You know,
Good on you, bro.
standing out the front of the cabin. Why not? That's outside the residing place of Jim Morrison, where he passed away. So we went around that area, just walking around, and we put it in his address there, number 17, and we went there. So I believe he was on the 3rd floor when he passed away. Yeah, and it's these places, like, it gives you an insight into the mind of, like, say, Jim Morrison. When you walk around the streets of Paris, you can see why he loved it so much. There's a cool vibe there, like a real funky vibe in this part of France. And I actually walked past this cool shirt shop, and so I actually bought 2 shirts in Paris, France, just around the corner from this place. So they'll always remember when I wear those shirts that I bought them in Paris, France, near Jim's
Brilliant, bro.
last residing place. Yeah, but
We've
very
got,
funky.
Helene O'Hara in the chat too, bro. Haven't seen
Hey,
you for a long
Helena.
time. Wishing you well.
Yeah. Hey, Helena, how are you?
Greg Zeppelin's jumped in.
Great.
So
Hey,
yeah,
Greg.
there's a few
That's
people
great.
here.
Yeah, great, awesome, good to see you guys. Good to see you guys.
What did I do? Oh,
I don't know what you've done, mate.
Hold on, bro. Hold on. Because this thing only goes backwards. Hold on. So.
All good.
So there we are. Hold on. Hold on. We are on this one here. We've done that one. Hold on. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Sorry, bro.
You're all right. You're all right. So that's
that's the practice one.
That's the practice one. So I'm going to put a little compilation one together, but that's still a cool photo. I still think it's pretty cool.
Sure is. Oh, mate, I would if I could have got that, I would have been happy with that one too. And even one of a motorcycle running me over on there, I would have taken that one too.
Mate, I tell you what though, I felt sorry for Jackie. She nearly got run over about 3 times, and she was, getting a bit flustered and everything. I'm like, just one more, please, just do it. Yeah. Great. It's a really cool place. Being there, it's fantastic. All right.
And we're just a bit further along. We don't need to stop or anything, Dexter. We're just going to slowly go past this Gothic house in front. Can you see? This is Jimmy bought this house in 1972. It used to belong to somebody called Alistair Crowley, who was in the Golden Dawn, into the dark arts. Led Zeppelin had practiced there. Did you notice a window open there? He's in. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he's in.
Wow.
Yeah, that was pretty mind blowing actually.
Wow.
It's right in it's right in like a street, like in London. I thought it was in a country town, Andrew. I didn't understand that it was right in London, just on the outskirts of London. I'm like, wow, that's phenomenal. Anyway, that was mind blowing to see that. That's just another one outside of the last residence of Jim Morrison. That's inside Hendrix's. It's not in his apartment. It's downstairs, but they had a room set up with guitars and all that. And I thought, well, I'm sure Hendrix passed this part of the building at some point, so I'm going to play. I think I played Little Wing and Wing Cries Mary in there, and then I just went, oh, I've got to stop. I can't play no more.
I think I'm going to use this as the show card for this video when I edit it up and put this on the channel. I think I might put that photo, bro. That's a pretty cool photo, bro.
Yeah, and that was a really cool Strat too. It was just in the room, picked it up, started playing it. I was like, oh, yeah. Like my black Mexican Hendrix one. I think that's the white one of it. Felt exactly the same, to be honest with you. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool guitar. Yeah, that's just another money shot. I had to get that one outside the 3-7 row. You can imagine I went back there a second time, so that was the second photo of it. Obviously, Strawberry Fields, You know, you can imagine how happy I was being there. I was in the what do you call it? I was on cloud nine, as George Harrison would put it. That's the Magical
to
Mystery
ride,
Tour
bro?
bus. That was our ride. That was the Magical
Oh,
Mystery
really?
Tour. Yeah, that's
Oh,
what took us
wow.
around. It just looked like Magical Mystery Tour bus. You know, just painted exactly the same. Yeah, very cool. That's inside a Hard Day's Night hotel, and I just thought it was ironic that they had that up there. Well, not ironic, but iconic, I should say.
Iconic, yeah.
Yeah. Not sure what this one is. Can't remember.
When you look down this one, it's halfway down the right-hand side, the white and pink house.
Ringo. This,
On the Fridays after the evening, Harry and Elsie had come to this little pub on the corner,
Star.
the Empress. Harry had played the piano, Elsie had sing. Her
Down there.
favourite song was a Doris Day wartime song called Sentimental Journey. When Ringo released his first solo album, he called the album Sentimental Journey. As a tribute to his mother, the Empress pub was featured on the front cover of that album. Album released 27th of March, 19...
Wow.
So that was Ringo Starr's childhood home, just down the street from that painted building. So it was pouring down rain at that point. So yeah, show off. Yep, got another one on. You know, had to do it. I crossed it about 10 times, Andrew. So
Good on you.
yeah,
Good on you.
yeah.
Oh, sorry, bro.
That's all right. No, go. That's all right. I'm just trying to work out which is. I think that's. Yeah, that's
Is that
the
university?
university where Queen did their first show, and obviously Deep Purple. All these bands have played there in the past, in the cut and the teeth days for those bands.
Wow.
A lot, you know, that's inside the cavern. I just thought that was a cool picture to show all that stuff. And what's really cool about the cavern is they've really tried to keep that Beatles theme there, even though other bands played there. They really try to keep that Beatles theme going. That there is.
Come on, bro. Let's be serious, bro. You know, there's only one band that made the Kevin Club famous, eh? Really?
Exactly. That there is Penny Lane. That's the street, Penny Lane. That's how it looks like when you look down Penny Lane. Yeah, that's Penny Lane. I thought I'd better take a shot from the front of the bus. Like I stood in front of the bus. There's cars going past. I nearly got run over. I thought, no, I'll stand here, take a photo. Okay, so inside the cavern, they have a lot of live music, and we were just fortunate at the time that a bloke up there with an acoustic guitar doing a lot of Beatles stuff. Probably 90% of the stuff he played was Beatles. So the whole atmosphere of the place was amazing, real Beatley, really cool, you know. Right there, he's probably playing, you know, I forgot what he was playing. I think he was playing Hide Your Love Away or something like that.
Wow.
Very cool, very cool. To actually be in the cavern and that was very cool. 3 Savile Row again. I don't know how many of those pictures I sent you, Andrew. I'm sorry about that. That's obviously outside Paul's house again. Just another cheeky photo saying, "Come in, you know, come join the family." Iconic Cavern Club.
Wow.
To be honest, when I walked in the Cavern Club, I got goosebumps. You know, it was a really weird feeling. It was bizarre. Just another one of Jim's grave. One of my mates goes, you can't really, another iconic Penny Lane one. I had to get a few photos of Penny Lane, mate. Strawberry Fields, why not?
Oh, yeah.
You know. That's me trying to,
Jimmy's plays.
yep, just sitting there and trying to soak up the vibes, you know. So the majority of the stuff is staged. Like it's, you know, there's not a lot of genuine stuff in there other than the mirror and a couple other things that the lady told us. But that's, he loved that on the bed there's like a dog like a teddy bear dog sort of thing. Apparently, he loved it, and it's iconic. So they got one made identical to suit it. So it's a replica, obviously, but it is Hendrix's old apartment, so it just makes it, really cool to go in there, and there's a very cool energy in there. You can
Mate, I
feel
don't have
something.
a problem with staging that at all.
No, but you're
Don't have-
walking
don't have a
inside.
problem with
You're,
it at all.
you're walking on the floor that Hendrix walked on. That's just
Oh,
I
That's
had
the
to get the
King's house.
mandatory out. The Buckingham Palace had to get that.
got it. Got it, bro.
I know.
Got to
I
go
got a
see
few
all the
more.
King's horses and all the King's men.
Yeah. Well, we did some. Went to London Tower and a few places, and outside Buckingham Palace and whatnot, and got a lot of those sort of photos as well. That's just me, Jim, and Elvis on the phone. I did that one for Elvis, so he's got a photo with Jim. Yeah.
Fantastic.
His little tribute that he gave Jim over the phone was beautiful, mate. I'm really proud of him. He did a good job.
Well, he'll do the same thing soon, won't he? He'll be over there and jump in that fence just like his dad.
Probably. Hopefully I can take him. That'll be good. So that's outside the actual building of Jimi Hendrix's residence there. See, those plaques are all around London. It's fantastic. And this was the last residing place of Hendrix before he died. So they've got a plaque up on that wall.
Catching a girl having a ciggy during a lunch break.
Yeah.
Savile Row.
Savile Row, yeah. Street sign. Just another Royal Albert Hall one, Andrew. Yeah. So the atmosphere that night was fantastic. And just a lovely couple shot at Strawberry Fields.
Beautiful.
Rugged up, warm, trying to stay warm. We left the ponchos off for the photo, but there's the poncho there. Jackie bought these ponchos and she swore that we'd use them, and I said, "No, they're ugly," and then we used them everywhere.
She got that right. She got that right, didn't she, bro?
Oh yeah, she's always right, mate.
Yeah, the sooner we learn to realise that, the better, eh?
Yeah. I'm not sure which one this one is. Oh yeah, that's just showing the last residence of Hendrix in London there before he died, obviously. We also went past the place where they found Hendrix dead, obviously, and so I didn't really want to take photos of that. Just didn't really. Yeah, top of that roof, mate. That's where it all happened. I don't know if you want to play this one, Andrew. You might get played.
If Mr. YouTube gets upset, we'll just edit it. That's it, bro?
That's it, mate. That's it, my friend, and that's all I've got to share with you at the moment. But it's looking back at the photos and that makes you realise how lucky, and blessed I am to be able to do this. It's great.
Bro, I'm going to let you go because
Yeah.
I know you've got a few things you got to do. I want to
Yeah.
say thank you to you and to
Yeah.
Jackie for obviously taking a lot of these pics. And,
Yeah.
you know, we look, maybe you should get her on the show when you guys come back and you guys do the debrief show with us and she can tell us the real story.
No, I can't allow that, mate. I can't allow that. Can't allow
You sure?
that. I don't know, mate. Maybe in the green room, that's about it, you know.
Okay, all right.
The truth can come out in the green room, not the public, you know.
All right.
Yeah, I'll try and see how we go in another couple of weeks. Maybe we can do another one, Andrew, see how we go for time. But if not, when I get back, we'll do a debrief as well. So
no, look forward to it, bro. Thank you. Appreciate the time. And folks, when you were chatting while we were flicking through the photos, thank you. Really, really appreciate that. If you're watching on replay, please subscribe to Brad's social media accounts. And you can spend the next 3 weeks keeping up with him directly on his Instagram and share in the joy that him and Jackie are going through on the European tour.
yeah, your National Lampoon's European Vacation. You know that movie.
I
Chevy Chase.
I know them all, bro.
Yeah, classic.
Look, okay, we're going to let you go.
Yeah.
We'll let you go, bro. We're going to play the final video. Thanks, folks, for watching. Brad's got a holiday to get back to, so we're going to play the final video, and we'll see you guys here on the channel with John ZD351, the Rock Professor, and I. In a couple of days, we're going to be ranking Born to Run by Bruce Springsteen. So it's appropriate that we get Brad to play us out, bro.
And thanks everyone for joining, and anyone's watching later. And I'll read all the comments a bit later. Cheers.
Awesome. Don't go, bro. I'm just going to play the video.
Peace.